And now, Jabroni Studios, in association with Big Herm Productions, is proud to present to you, recording from an undisclosed location in Oakdale, Connecticut. It's Chris Burns. It's Chris Lynch. This is Dysfunction Junction.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Gluteus Maximist podcast, wherever you can get it. Our butts are in the right place. We are ready to crack open the topic of the day. But first, I must tell you, take a big wad of Charmin, stick it right up in there, make sure nothing sneaks out. Lean back, gamble on that fart, because you're protected. You got a muffler now, baby. You got a muffler.
That's right.
And say, welcome to Dysfunction Junction.
Fuck yeah.
All right. My name is Chris Burns. With me, as always, right below, he's been canceled, but he's still with us. Co-host.
Freddie Mercury, Chris Lynch.
Oh. There we go.
All right. Got a bit of a delay tonight. No worries. And, of course, the producer extraordinaire, the man with no hair, Big Herm, Michael P.S. Harmon.
What's up? What's up?
You know, I can save my review to the end because I'm quite hot over this bullshittery you sent the other day, Herm. And I think it's only fitting that you should lead the way.
Well, they've re-released there's a new version of Queen's Greatest Hits that's been released. And they have pulled Fat Bottom Girls off of that list. It's on everything up to 2011 was the last Greatest Hits album released. It's on several tribute albums since. They've pulled Fat Bottom Girls off because it's offensive.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes, honey, those are lovely.
Very lovely. Now beat it.
They're lovely.
Beat
They
it.
have an issue with the very first lyric.
Gonna take you home tonight?
No. With Fat Bottom Girls, it's Left Alone with Big Fat Fanny.
Oh, yeah. That's in the mid. Hold on. I'm going to bring up the lyrics because I've got a big problem with this.
It starts off with that
problem.
very first lyric because the song is literally
All right. We get the acapella in the beginning where they all sing together the chorus.
Right.
I was just a skinny lad, never knew no good from bad, but I knew life before I left my nursery. Left alone with Big Fat Fanny, she was such a naughty nanny. Heap big woman, you made a bad boy out of me.
Right.
Okay, but
well,
no,
stop.
I don't want to hear it.
I understand that, but we have to hear it in order to talk about it.
Go ahead.
This isn't my idea. I understand what they're saying. I think they're fucking out of their mind, and they're fucking retarded. But I don't think they're. Again, I think what we have is we are judging a song written by somebody for somebody who was in the same rock band, who was imagining the character that his friend is now and wrote a song for him because he knew that Freddie liked fat bottom girls and fat bottom boys. So he just knew who Freddie was. So the song was actually written as like it was written for Freddie by May.
Right.
But yeah, they're saying basically that such a naughty nanny, big woman made a man out of me. They're basically saying it's inappropriate, and it's a woman having sex with a minor. And yeah, it probably is. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing is that you've got to take into a kid's age and how it works. But there's really, like, I don't know. Yes, it said it's left his nursery, but you're trying to apply today's standards to lyrics that were written 40 years ago.
All right.
50 years ago.
I'm just gonna bring it up now. I'm just going to say
How
it
do you
now.
do that? I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
so wait a minute,
suck it up.
singing and celebrating big booty women in the world of Lizzo now, where we have to say she's beautiful and body positivity and fat bottom girl. No, this is on the radio now, right here. And I quote, beat it up, nigga, catch a change. Extra long and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top. I want to ride. I do a kegel while it's inside. Spit in my mouth. Look at my eyes. This pussy is wet. Come take a dive. So somehow, this what I just read is art. It's freedom of speech. It's freedom of expression. This is protected. And fat bottom girls somehow is offensive. Someone's going to have to come up with something better.
Well, it's because in their eyes, a woman choosing to be a whore and use is okay. She's made that choice, and that's where they're and that's what they'll tell you.
But a dude liking big butts is wrong.
Well, it's not a dude. It's not the whole song. It's that they take offense with a specific lyric. Right. I mean, you've got the same people taking offense with a song. It doesn't take much, which is why I'm still just sad and disappointed that none of you liberal fucks out there have decided to cancel my fucking ass, because I welcome it.
You can only get canceled if you
want to.
Sell
this. Somebody show this to the most liberal fuck you know. And
how is your son, by the way?
He's not even.
No, I'm just fucking around.
For real, and I love him. He's doing great, and he is a little liberal on a lot of stuff.
He loves those buzzwords.
He does, but I love him, so it's all right. So
no, it's good.
But there's just this is the problem. It's only allowed to cancel culture, and it's only wrong to say something when they feel it's offensive, but something we have offensive that breaks that breaks the natural order of things that nobody wants to admit exists, in complete denial, so they can all be special, is perfectly allowable.
Well, it's inclusiveness for the sake of inclusiveness. And that's the platform they're using. It's selective. What did I say a couple weeks ago?
As long as you agree with us.
Right. It's a selective outrage and selective inclusiveness. They don't go hand in hand. You're either pissed off about something or you're not. And it's either you hold something to one standard, wet ass pussy, you hold that to the same standard you hold fat bottom girls to. Come on. It's the same.
Excuse me.
If you're going to protect...
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to...
I don't even know who sings that song. I really don't fucking care, because it's not my kind of thing. Wet ass pussy.
I didn't know until today. Cardi B.
It's Cardi B and Megan Thee.
Okay, I don't know those two people. I would know them if I spit on them. But I don't... You can't tell me that fat bottom girls is more offensive than somebody, like you said, it's okay because... if she's a free, independent woman, flaunting the fact that she has a wet pussy,
that's
and inviting males to swipe their faces in her pussy like a fucking credit card. I'm sorry, I don't buy it.
There's my issue, okay? And I'm going to say this, and a lot of people will probably will argue with me, and I hope you fucking do. You can do that at Junction Dysfunction at
gmail.com.
Okay.
Junction Dysfunction Show at gmail.com.
See, my man over here, he knows what's going on. That's his fun. He's had it since the beginning. Screwed it up.
Podcast Rock City 1. That's another show.
That's another. That is a story for another time.
Agree with you. I agree with you, Alan. Fuck Lizzo.
As a feminist, and I say that because the definition of a feminist is somebody that respects women. That's all that's required in the definition. Doesn't mean I have to champion for them. Doesn't mean I have to fight to my death for them, because there's a select few. There's one on this planet I do that for. Okay? But not all y'all bitches get that. But all that's required is that it's somebody that respects women. All right, that's the cleanest definition there is. And I feel that the feminism movement has completely lost control of the ball because they've allowed pussy to be empowerment.
Well, and it's okay for a woman to be a whore.
And they fought so hard to be considered more than just life support for pussy.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got entertainers, and I'm not just saying, you've got entertainers, period, that are totally doing a complete disjustice to the feminism movement by using that as your weapon to fight with.
I'm glad you said that, because another song that I was introduced to in the last couple months by my daughter, which I told her if she ever listened to it again, I'm going to cut her from her neck to her asshole. This is the first verse of the song. This is a composition called Pound Town. I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where my niggas? I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing, nigga. Come suck a bitch toe. Pound Town. I just left Pound Town. With my nigga, he just took a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga dick a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out. This is art, according to them.
Emma fucking Burns. If I ever find out you've listened to that song ever a fuck again, I'm getting on a fucking plane and I'm coming back there and I'm beating your holy fucking ass. Okay? Look me in the eyes. I'm looking you in the eyes.
Oh my Lord.
I can't find Pound Town on the map.
Oh, it's right outside of Orange.
You haven't found Pound Town in years, okay?
Look, I found Hartford.
Yeah, you got a better chance of finding Hartford, Springfield.
But I don't see Pound Town.
No, I think it's in Rhode Island.
It's not
I
even
have to update my OS.
It's not a city. It's like a village.
We got some comments coming in. I'm going to start with.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I've been slacking.
Big Al. Fuck Lizzo, fat hoe.
Yeah. Good evening.
Alan also wishes us good evening, you fat bottom bitches. John Taylor. They tried it a couple years ago with Baby It's Cold Outside. That didn't go so far. It did for the time being. I'll tell you more about that another time. Also, look at the country song. I think is it not in my small town? I know it's the country, dude. It broke the records for iTunes. It'll go away.
Egyptian Lotus. Love that shit. It's fabulous.
There you go. John says, I'm a Oh, bad joke, Jones. I'm a feminist. I have a dinosaur named after me, like a lot of puss. I dig deep into the hole and find the bones. Listen to you. You're as bad as this Pound Town song.
Jesus Christ.
If fat bottom girls makes them cry, Steel Panther will make them commit a mental supply.
Oh, I love Steel Panther.
They are great.
I've
told people
that's the guy. That's Tommy. That's the guy that's doing my Razor Ramon picture.
Nice.
That's my boy right there.
All you guys out there, what up, Tommy? All you guys out there in the comment section, you gentlemen here, I've said it a million times about a million different things. You cannot look at something from years past with today's eyes.
You can't.
Because as we grew up, and we're all within a year of each other chronologically.
Yeah, we pretty much we as close to siblings, triplets could be, as far as in the great expanse of time.
We grew up on George Carlin, Archie Bunker, Richard Pryor. The songs back then, a little iffy. I mean,
that shit's still
can I listen to a song like Christine 16 and think about a 30-year-old Gene Simmons sitting outside of a school? No, it's a good song, but it's like, oh yeah, that doesn't age well. But I'm not calling for it to be removed from the catalog.
Yo, but neither did R. Kelly music.
There you go.
There's nothing specific in there about being peed on, but nobody wants to listen to R. Kelly. Mm-hmm. So we can't. The problem is you can't. I'm not I'm not judging the artists for making their music, okay, and that's where and I don't judge artists by their personal shit, because if we did and we really, really, really went
We'd
through,
like nobody.
There'd be like Glenn Campbell and like and James Taylor, okay,
John Denver.
If we if we really pulled out like the big, draw a big white line, and this you cannot cross,
right?
We all know. I mean, like, Joe Walsh did some horrible things and wrecked hotels
and cars.
Where do we where and like complete buildings?
Did all the cocaine.
Where do we where do we start drawing the line when we start looking at music?
I have an answer to that. When everybody gets to play on the same level ball field. I remember back in 91-ish. By the way, going back to the cringe thing, Kip Winger was 27 when she was only 17. Now she's close to 52.
Yeah.
So when it's a level ball field, 91, 92-ish, Body Count put out their initial record. Ice-T, the rapper. If you guys in the comment section don't know, I'm trying to explain it as best.
Insane.
What a great freaking record.
Amazing record.
The last song on the record was Cop Killer. I've listened to the song. My dad was a cop, and I'm like, I get it. It was an anti-police brutality song.
Right. He
wasn't saying go out and shoot a bunch of cops. It was an anti-police brutality song. It got so far that our sitting president, George H.W. Bush, mentioned it in a speech about how, we really need to patrol the freedom of speech. Hello, Amber. How are you? We need to patrol this, and we need to make sure. And everybody and their brother, starting with Warner Brothers, the record label, all the way down, said, no, this is the First Amendment issue. Why can't he put that out? Two Live Crew had their record with Big Booty Hoes and all that, and, Me So Horny and all that bullshit. It's going to go on.
They had that's a whole nother show.
Oh, yeah. What happened to them?
You and I paid attention to that and how all that went down.
Mm-hmm.
And was it obscene? Absolutely.
That's what made it fun.
But in the right environment, in an adults only club, absolutely
sure. The last thing I would ever do is play Two Live Crew in front of if she was still 6-year-old.
Ever. My mother.
Right. Or, I wouldn't pull into the church parking lot blaring Cop Killer or King Diamond or, Slayer.
I might with King Diamond. I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to lie.
I catch a lot of shit, and I'm going to do the Ghost review at the end, but there are people who's like, oh, Ghost is satanic. I'm like, it's a gimmick.
It's a gimmick.
They're basically Bon Jovi with better outfits.
For 3 years when everybody was pushing that shit. So come on.
Right? Come on now. Everybody's got a gimmick. Okay.
My grandma loved Ghetto Boys.
Are you shitting me?
I said alone in the womb staring at candles.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Loved Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boys was the bomb, man.
At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn.
We've been through this before, and my thing with this entire culture, and especially the Queen song. There was a status on my Facebook years ago. It comes up obviously once a year in the memories. I was sitting in the Big Y parking lot in Brooklyn, Connecticut. My girlfriend at the time goes in to get something. I'm sitting out in the truck, and I'm just bumping WCCC like I always do. And Fat Bottom Girls came on.
Great Steve.
I am singing like I am at Red Rocks. I am just having my own concert. And I see this woman getting into her car and putting away her groceries and putting her buggy away. And she looks over at me, and I'm just bumping Fat Bottom Girls. And this girl had to be tipping Tree Fitty Faux Hundo and gives me the finger like I wrote the fucking song.
Right. Like I didn't time it.
How dare you?
Fuck over here.
But you can't please these people, and that's what I'm trying to get at. Because if they'd have wrote,
how dare you, like a song,
right? If they'd have wrote Victoria's Secret Girls,
everything's a personal attack. Everything that happens naturally and organically in life, that had nothing to do with them, is a personal fucking attack.
I'm going back to the Lizzo thing because I have to. Because
you're going to abuse people and treat them like animals.
was just
Don't
going to
take
say,
them strip clubs and shove bananas in their twat.
You're going to say racial shit? Is that what are we doing? What's going on?
Let's take a look at what the shit she's going through right now.
Please.
All of her backup dancers and singers are now saying that are accusing her of sexual harassment.
Say it, Lynch. She's
gross misconduct.
This bunch of women, and they basically said she's a complete cunt.
Yeah, and she acts entitled. Real shocker there that she's entitled. Real shocker.
Right.
I said,
but a year ago, this time, we're supposed to. She demanded respect. We are supposed to worship the water she walks on because we're so proud of her for being who she is and what she's doing.
You said the water she displaces wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always just thought
she's a fair to Midland singer.
I thought
who can play the flute.
Yeah,
I can play the fucking flute.
I always thought it was just an image and a gimmick to go with it, and a gimmick with an image. It just I don't really consider her an artist. I don't consider her a musician.
No, all right. Everybody else writes the songs for her.
I would consider the Will Smith and fucking DJ Jazzy Jeff more musicians than I consider Lizzo. I just
they at least wrote their own songs.
Yeah, and I mean that's that's another thing is with all these female rappers, none of them we the female rappers nowadays are just as a hip hop person, they're completely horrible. Okay.
Oh, they're terrible.
We used to have some of the most amazing, original, artistic MC Light, Latifah, Moni Love. These guys, Salt Pepper, these people all wrote their own shit, man. They all wrote their own lyrics, okay? And when they wrote their own lyrics, you could tell how the lyrics were the lyrics were stronger, and the lyrics were better for women as a whole. All right. They were trying to bring women up, all right, and talk sister to sister. All right. What you're getting now is women who can rap being given songs and lyrics and told to rap them. All right. So anybody they're good at looking at a poem and hearing a beat and saying all this shit right. So, but all of these whore songs, they're all written by men. These aren't songs that women are writing to empower themselves. These are songs like all the Cardi B songs, all of Megan Thee Stallion songs, all these girls' songs are written by men, and it's an image, and this is what the men want them to spit, because this is what the men in the world will buy from a woman.
Does Megan know she can't be a stallion because she's a chick?
Yeah. I mean, I understand where it comes from. It's a reference to just a beautiful fucking animal. And
okay, that makes sense.
That whole stallion thing, the legs and like a horse and the ass, but that's where it was started off as a black community slang.
Okay.
To refer to a thick built woman that was just amazing, a stallion.
All right. So, WAP, written by Frank Rodriguez,
right?
Ayo, the producer,
right?
Then Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion,
right?
With Partisan Fontaine and Key Babies.
Oh man, I love them.
Two dudes.
I like Partisan Fontaine. Actually, he's pretty good. I like him.
I had that last time I went to a French restaurant. The Partisan Fontaine was excellent. Why can't they have names like normal people? Gene Simmons, Rod Stewart, Slash, real names that your mama gave you.
I'm sorry, but Cardi B is not attractive.
No.
Whoa. Oof. That is a horse face.
It looked like she ran through the ugly bat factory.
You seen that bitch
on the way out?
Bitch without makeup?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Either. It's bad.
Oh,
don't
dude,
do
that
it.
is 10. That's 10 miles of bad fucking road.
Bad.
Wow. That good, huh?
Should make a freight train take a
dirt road.
Damn.
I heard her do an interview with Stern years ago, and I don't know how I powered through that, because she is basically an illiterate. with the most annoying fucking voice on the planet, speaking voice, and that whole affect that these.
Yeah, it's like Rosie Perez on steroids.
Yeah, it's bad.
Mike,
it's
stop.
really bad.
Yeah, man.
It's
Like,
really,
yeah,
really
you
bad.
know, that's the way it's got to be. It's Rosie Perez.
Oh God, I hate that woman.
The same Rosie Perez, Puerto Rican-y, Spanish, whatever the hell it is. I don't want to say the wrong thing because heaven forbid I offend somebody.
Billy, how can you lose all our money?
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of it's Rosie Perez.
I'm going to Jeopardy next week. I know 7 words to start with the letter Q.
It's Rosie Perez with a little more ebonics in there. So
oh my God, I hate that woman.
It really is. You should listen to it sometime. You will laugh. You'll just be like,
you need a translate. You need a translator. Seriously.
You literally need Emma there and be like, what the fuck did she just say?
What was that? Okay. I was up by your old neck of the woods today, Burns.
Really?
Yeah, I was at the AutoZone across the street from your old neighborhood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
is it still there? The neighborhood?
I waved. Yeah, it's still there.
Good deal.
I said, hello, Burns' old apartment.
You, Lynch, and I have gone to a number of shows together, running the gamut of genre, and I don't think I've ever been to a show or supported an artist where if I thought it was offensive, I would, pay for it. And I don't and I get that people nowadays, everything has to bother them and they got to get their little booties hurt. And then everybody has to powder their little bums and tell them how wonderful they are. Okay. We were taught something a long damn time ago. You don't like it, don't buy it. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Don't support.
If you don't like it, don't listen to it.
Don't listen to it. Don't do it.
Here's an example.
Well, that's what irritates me. Real quick, that's what irritates me is that she's in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
That song was probably a number 2 or number 1 hit. Why? Who? I know there's a market for it. I know people listen to it, but why? Other than the beat, there's no real.
No, you know the reason, and we all know the reason, and it sucks. Okay, it really fucking sucks. All right, because it's that same push the envelope thing that we got caught with. What the fuck are you listening to? Don't you play that shit in my house? When we were kids, for whatever it was in our house. And it's literally what it is. The problem is that the artistry that goes into pissing the people off or being too much is just gone. They went straight for suck my pussy.
Yeah, straight to trash.
The artistry of shock value is gone. It's literally just about, and like literally then being a political statement, like that's literally what Two Live Crew did. They literally tried to be as obscene as possible and find their demographic and just work their bars and their clubs and do their thing.
Yeah, they never did an arena tour.
But with you know what? But with Two Live Crew, we were in on the joke.
Yeah,
that's the difference. Right, we were in on the joke. We knew.
Dude, listen to these
that
guys
going in.
Like right in Luke told us, dude, I sit and write the most heinous shit on a piece of paper, and then have these boys put some music down, and we just fucking work it.
It's the same as like Digital Underground.
It's literally John Valby to rap music to electronic rap music.
Basically, but you got other acts. You like mentioned Ghetto Boys. They were another one. You were in on the joke. Digital Underground. You're in on the joke because it's their characters, and they're telling their funny stories.
Like everybody knew Shock G wasn't Shock G, but he was. That's the point. Like he was a character, and even without that, we never really knew him without the mask.
Right,
but. Right. Without the mask, even the way that he spoke was how he spoke.
Yeah.
So it's not like when they was backstage, it wasn't like this, baby. That's exactly how it was, but no mask.
Yeah.
It was a character that they created because of his voice or this or that. But we were all in on the joke. There is no joke here. The problem is they're pushing it as empowerment.
Right, and that's not empowerment. That is completely busting down any sort of sense of empowerment that people before her fought for. We said this a couple weeks ago.
OnlyFans is empowerment.
Bullshit.
OnlyFans is pornography.
But they've wrapped it.
Oh, I know.
As empowerment. You put it in a pretty little box.
And write empowerment, and the bow says empowerment on it. But really, like when you rinse it under the hot water, it just says hoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get a handful of dog shit.
Just says
hoe. That people may pay money for.
Like showing your butthole is empowerment. Oh man, I'm gonna empower a bunch of motherfuckers right now.
Yeah.
If I want to look at fucking naked ladies, that's what Reddit's for, and it's free. Or
gotcha.
I just holler upstairs, honey, show me a butthole. Yo. There it is, done.
Her coochie pink and her booty hole brown.
Like, guys, this is not that difficult. Baby, show me your butthole. Look, there it is, right there. See, done. It's that easy.
Is it really? Wait. Is it really that easy?
Probably. I'm just
Jennifer,
saying.
show me your butthole.
He can't hear you. Thank God.
Fuck.
But if I were to holler it out, it would probably happen. She's off camera. She'd probably do it right over there. And
I'll text her. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna have to hook up a second camera.
My booty hole bring all the boys to the yard.
That's right. Take me to Pound Town. Oh, I'm telling you. I'm sorry. I cut you off. You were in the middle.
No. If she were that character, it's just like a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's just it's trash.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, I can appreciate the joke when it was presented in that way, but this is just it's not a joke. It's just like she's taking herself seriously and saying this shit, singing this shit, when it's not even that. It's their target audience is 10 to 15-year-olds. That's not appropriate. I'm sorry. I mean, I might sound like a fucking snowflake, parrot or a boomer.
No, you just sound like Clint Eastwood telling me to get off your lawn.
But if I had a 10 to 16-year-old, I wouldn't let that. I wouldn't let her listen to that. Or him. My dad was pretty
Burns. No relation.
My dad was no relation. That's it. My dad was pretty lenient about the shit I listened to. He's like, just don't let your mother hear it. That kind of thing.
Yo, my man, can you just leave
do anything you want?
You can get some headphones.
This is my famous speech from my dad. You can do anything you want. I don't want to fucking hear it from your mother.
Just don't let your mother know, because I don't want to hear it. That's literally my dad.
I already know you're smoking cigarettes. I already know you're smoking the other stuff.
This is my dad.
Don't let mom find out.
Don't let your fucking
okay,
mother.
Dad. Yeah.
The problem I have is we've lived from the beginning of this with the PMRC in 1985, and they were going after, some of the raunchier songs of the time. Wasp, Fuck Like a Beast, Like a Virgin, things like that. I get it. I totally get it.
I do
but
too.
It's art. It was protected. You got your little sticker. If you don't like it, don't buy it. How many people watched Game of Thrones while it was active?
I had never watched an episode.
Look,
I can't get through an episode.
Same here.
Like fucking religion.
Okay, cool. I don't like it. I wouldn't give you shit for it either. But if
right, and you could totally tell me why you don't like it, and I could totally accept that,
and it would be
I'm okay. But if they come out with a new series, I'm watching it. That's fine.
Right.
It doesn't end our fucking relationship.
I heard, and this goes back to the music thing too. And I'm gonna say it like this: if you don't like fucking fat bottom girls, don't listen. Stop using your woke folk propaganda bullshit to take away a classic fucking tune that is empowerment, other than the first verse, to big booty women everywhere. You guys want to be inclusive and tolerant and loved and all this. There was a song that did all of it, and you're shitting on it. Back to the Game of Thrones. This is an actual conversation.
Not for nothing, but look, let's be honest, because Brian May said it was probably more along the idea was that he was a younger boy, and It was more about the thought. It was the way the lyrics are written don't reflect the thought that Brian May had. Because I watched an interview with him, and I went really down a hole with this, and a bottom hole.
Your booty hole brown.
Booty hole's brown with Freddie Mercury in it.
And my coochie stink.
But Brian May was writing it from the point of view more of like Freddie as a young boy, as a young and talking about like adolescent, like 14, 15 years old, banging the 18-year-old babysitter that had to technically be there to watch the kids because there was there was other children. So that's kind of where Brian May wrote the song from that. And it just, you know how those guys developed lyrics to make it, great and just sound a little extra, but that's really where it was written from. It was written from the point of a 14-year-old Freddie just like banging his babysitter.
But there are enough songs out there where older man or older woman, younger man, younger woman, whatever dynamic you want to use. I got 2 words for you, and Lynch will pop for this one too, but you used to sing this at the top of your lungs when it was on the elevator music at ShopRite. We'd go shopping late at night, and they got the smooth sounds of the 70s rolling. Benny Mardones. She's just 16 years old. Leave it alone. They say.
Yeah, like. There
it is.
There it is. And that's the fucking problem. Is I'd start doing that at fucking 12:30 in the morning at the grocery store. So
at the grocery store.
But
again, these songs. The Beatles, who were in their 30s, singing the song. She was just 17. Do you know what I mean? Okay, why are we not canceling Paul McCartney?
Right.
If we're going to get on the you know what? Here, just give me a new hat. I'm going to run the cancel train from now on. I am canceling everything and everyone. And if I hear one thing like this, I'm just canceling everybody. And I will go on a worldwide tour and I will cancel somebody's mother if I have to. I don't give a fuck.
We gotta get rid of R. Kelly. We gotta get rid of R. Kelly. We gotta get rid of who was Great Balls of Fire, Jerry Lee Lewis.
They still play that stupid ass Gary Glitter song at sports stadiums, and he was a pedophile.
A pedophile literally went to jail and arrested, but they still play it.
You want to watch a woke for
it's literally and here's what it. And I think here's where it stems. They don't have any concept of what happened. Lululemon is a company that it started with. It started long before that. It started with politically correctness. And that's when it started.
I get where Jen's going, but
I do too.
We talked about the PMRC already. We talked about Cop Killer.
Hi, Jen.
We talked about
Jen. Yes, I totally agree with her, but I also have to addend that with it started way before that when political correctness started to have to be a thing. That's the problem.
So you want to watch a woke folk watch their fucking head explode? Why don't you sit them down in front of a copy of the 1927 Talkie, the jazz singer?
Oh yeah. Horrible. Oh, back to what I was saying. Hold on, one real quick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you go. All right, so I've watched videos. We've seen them. The girls made a flat taco. No, bitch, it's tostada. It's been around for a long time. There is something new with these with the Z's. I think they're the Z's. I don't know. I'm X, bitch. Fuck off. They're creating things that have already been created.
Mm-hmm.
And they think like they have no concept of anything that's happened.
I call this the green righty. No, it's a pen, bitch.
Ooh. You see it with like I created the flat taco. No, bitch, it's the tostada. Okay. Lululemon is a company that makes like sportswear, and they've just created and just released the brand new belt bag. It's a little tiny bag that's on a belt.
A fanny pack.
No, nigga, you just renamed the fucking fanny pack. I have never given up on the fanny pack. It's the most efficient fucking way to carry your shit.
Yeah, if you're Marty fucking Jannetty.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like one on the side or somebody have one. It's fine. My point is, you didn't create anything. It's a fanny pack. But this generation, this newest one, that is like adults and almost soon to be adults. These niggas gonna vote soon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just throwing that out there.
I know that's what scares me.
Know. These motherfuckers are gonna be voting soon, like on real things.
All right,
but and that's the thing. They have no concept of anything before them. So because it's all social justice bullshit that they're being taught and learned on, and they have no concept of what happened. So everything is brand new.
My daughter and my niece tried to convince me that they invented Ding Dong Ditch.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, bitch. That was invented before there was doorbells.
Right. We used to call it something else.
Yeah,
right.
Knock, knock something.
No, we used to go nigga knocking, and that's how it went. And that's how it was. And we're not gonna lie here. We're not gonna hold it back. We did. We went nigga knocking. And it's the same thing. Ding dong ditch, doesn't matter what. But
Lynch, we gotta get back to Lynch's point. We have kept him
we did.
Him on the burner.
I'm sorry, we kind of went sideways.
I don't fucking care.
I care.
But no. And this actually ties into your point, Herm. Hello. Like I said, jazz singer 1927. Al Jolson in blackface. Blackface. Okay. When it was still okay.
The fuck?
Okay. 1927, the first talking picture. The first talking picture. Historically, it's a historic piece of entertainment. What would they say to that?
They're already trying to go after Judy Garland for doing it in her early career, pre-Wizard.
I saw that. I saw that.
Again, this goes back to you can't look through the past with 2023 eyes because certain things were acceptable then. I don't condone slavery.
It's not like I don't condone blackface.
No.
I wouldn't go out and do that myself tomorrow. Absolutely
not tomorrow, no.
Not.
I'm doing
it in 1984, I was guilty.
I'm doing it for Halloween. Fuck it.
I wouldn't do something like that.
I'm the jazz singer, Al Jolson. You've never seen the movie? It's a piece of theatric just brilliance.
But like both of you were saying, they think it's the first time it's ever happened. They don't think beyond their like birth year. They don't look back into history. Do a little research, do a little studying, read about stuff. It's called a book. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Open one up.
I used to read it. There's words in there.
I don't need a book because I saw it on TikTok.
My wife will get on me. I have the 2 books.
Go eat a fucking Tide Pod.
They're encyclopedias of movies. I'll read them cover to cover like they're a novel. And she thinks I'm fucking tapped. But I remember it. I'll read. Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Look it up. Let's watch it. And she said to me the other night, she's like, you know what we should do? We should watch the top 100 movies per AFI, the American Film Institute. I said, that's a great fucking idea. Because she hasn't seen a lot of those movies that I love from start to finish. But these kids don't think past their, 1999 when they were born. Everything before then.
Godfather.
Huh?
My wife's never seen The Godfather.
Oh, that's a problem.
Divorce papers.
Big problem.
Now.
We've not to interrupt, but we've had this discussion a lot. It hurts me bad.
Show me on the doll where she hurt you.
That's right there. We're right next to the cannolis and the
I was gonna say,
show me on the duckies. Show me on the ducky where she hurt you.
It's right next to the cannolis and the gun.
I got it, Herm. I can fix this right now.
Look what
Leave
they
the
did
wife.
to my brisket.
Leave the wife. Take the cannoli. Jen comes up with a good point. They also don't do research. They just ask to be given the answer. It's a damn shame too, especially Jen.
Jen Sizer, you know when it really went to hell? It went to hell when
Herm interrupted.
No, I know I did, but when households didn't have their own encyclopedia collection. That's when the world went to hell.
I used to read encyclopedias as a kid, cover to cover.
This explains so fucking much.
I know, right?
That's why I have so much useless knowledge in my fucking skull.
It's like an opening session.
When we were 12, and you go in and you ask a basic question, like real easy, like, Mom, who's the 16th president of the United States? Oh, Abraham Lincoln, because it's pounded into you certain presidents, right? Who's the 11th president of the United States? I don't know. Go look it up. All those encyclopedias.
We had a book. My mother bought them. Like you could buy Encyclopedia Britannicas at the fucking grocery store.
One per week.
Yeah, like they ran it for a while, and then you had like the discount ones, and people would pick and choose ones they missed that week. But my mother bought the whole set. The whole set. There was these other books too, research books. I mean, my mom was a teacher, so she'd spend money on research books.
I'm sure Jen's gonna get a kick out of this because she's a teacher.
That's what I'm saying, Jen. Like we went and bought them at the grocery store.
And I agree with Jen's comment in 1996 when www.com got introduced to the comic person.
Yeah,
that is true.
She bought them at Knoll's.
All right. I was making a point earlier. And it kind of goes to the music thing. You know, I mentioned Game of Thrones, and Herm's like, I watched every episode, and I'll do it again if they make another thing. Or Sons of Anarchy. Anybody watch that? I did.
That shit.
Okay, so you didn't like it, but Lynch did. Okay, fair. Now, you guys have your thing. Cool. One doesn't have to watch one, and one doesn't have to watch the other. So I'm listening to this kid. I'm going to tell you where I was. It was him and his buddy. They were ahead of me in the grocery store in Middletown, Connecticut. Was getting done with my day, about a 12-pack of soda, and I'm listening to them argue because on the shelf was like this comprehensive guide to Star Wars. And the one kid's like, you're into Star Wars? Isn't that kind of geeky? And the kid turns around and says, you're into WWE. That's fake. And I looked at the kid. I'm like, not to burst your bubble, but Star Wars is fake too.
It's true.
I love both.
I love both too, but it's fake. It's all the same.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
but
entertainment.
I can appreciate both for what they are. Look, look, I love the first three. The first three are amazing. The first six, because those were all Lucas. I love everything until Lucas walked away.
The point of the matter is,
I'm not a Star Wars fan.
I know. I have friends that are like huge, super geeky ones that will.
I'm a Lucas fan. I will not. Everything else after the first six can fuck off.
I have friends that'll do the what if Star Wars thing. Like, so what if in this movie this changed? How would the whole franchise
We've done that.
This
before.
is annoying as fuck.
Oh, yeah,
but I get it.
That's like
it's
the guy
fun.
like,
it's fun.
Who wins in a fight, the Starship Enterprise or the Millennium Falcon? Wait, dumbass. Let's look at this.
Mixing two different genres.
Absolutely, but we have an entire naval fucking battle vessel armed to the fucking teeth against your weed guy in his hopped up van with his fucking stoned buddy riding shotgun with a crossbow.
I think the naval fleet's got it.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
really,
a little bit.
Really, you're going to put basically the equivalent of a fucking battleship up against like your weed dude in his van.
Okay, so, but now that Herm's taken us all the way off the rails on the crazy train, people are entertained by what they're entertained by, whether it's Cardi B or Queen, whether it's Star Wars or WWE or the Mission Impossible films. Doesn't matter whether you like football or NASCAR or, God forbid, if someone actually watches this intently, golf. I don't give a shit. You like golf? Enjoy.
I don't like golf.
Why can't, and this is a question for everybody.
I love Tiger Woods because he's always fucking the rich white golfers are always pissed off at his ass because that black motherfucker's always fucking shit up for them.
Before I finish my point, what is the difference between Tiger Woods and Santa Claus?
Oh, this is going to be good. What?
Santa stops after the third hoe.
That's right. I mean, he's not John motherfucking. He's no John Daly.
Jen says it best,
is like my spirit animal.
Jen just said it best in the comments, and I'm going to say it now. You just live and let live. Who cares? If you like Japanese anime, watch it. Have fun with it. If you like Beavis and Butthead or Rick and Morty or if you like soap operas, I know people that can sit and talk for hours about General fucking Hospital.
Fuck that Days.
I'm a Days guy too. You know this.
Fuck that Days, damn it.
General Hospital.
They can sit for hours and talk about a 42-minute episode that they just finished. And they'll go for hours. I'm like, that was 42 minutes long, and you just made it into fucking Titanic. It's insane.
For them it was. And that's
like what you like. Why go after something you don't like or understand? I put this on the Queen thing. I put it on the cop killer thing back in the day. I'm going to say it now because it's a highly controversial movie, The Sound of Freedom. Doing great numbers at the box office with a shoestring budget, making millions. It's a true story about the sex trafficking cartel and a guy who saved these kids. I've yet to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I'm waiting until it comes on a streaming service somewhere.
But people are shitting on this film, much like they're shitting on Queen right now, much like they shit on everything over the last couple of years, because, that's just a propaganda film for like religious folks. No, bitch, it's about your kid getting stolen and sent to Mexico to be somebody's hoe.
And it's the base problem that's at the core of what's wrong with this country.
Because these people look at that and say that's
everything.
Not
real. No. The problem is that everything has to be politicized now. You can't just go to a movie and enjoy it, and it's like my wife. I can pick up any fucking movie that is halfway decent anywhere in the fucking story on the TV. And I could pick it up and go. And
I might need 2 minutes of prep. What's going on before I got here? Okay, so that guy and this guy and this guy. Good.
That's
I'm
my wife.
up.
She can't just sit down and allow suspension of disbelief and just suck it in and watch the story. I'm not writing the story. I'm just seeing what the story says. It's going to be a good story. I'll pick it up where I pick it up. Like I can watch a movie like in the middle and then watch the beginning and then later watch the end, and I'm good. It drives her nuts. She sits down and I have to pause it. And that's exactly what's going on. Is they have to pause the movie so that they totally understand and can frame it within themselves, rather than just letting the movie go on around them.
Mike, you and I went to a lot of these in the 90s. We watched one recently, WWE events. At any point in that crowd or in front of your television, did you think these guys were beating the piss out of each other?
Well, no. The way that it looks, no. However, am I able to look at them from over the point of the match, looking at raw areas, scratches, blood, welts? I am able, as a middle-aged man, to know when somebody has definitely had their body beaten up.
Sure, but it's a thing like.
Do I think that everything that happens on script is real? No, I don't, because I also know there's a level of athleticism that they also learn how to take certain moves and minimize their impact by using. That's why all your body slams are bent legs, and the legs hit and flat back, and legs hit when it spreads your shit out. Yeah, it's the whole spread out on ice thing. Same thing. It's less impact concentrated.
We all learned at some point Santa's not real. We all learned at some point wrestling's not real. I'd like other people to learn that these TV shows that they love so much aren't real, like Game of Thrones. No offense to you, Harm. I'm talking to the broader.
I know it's not real. It's a great fantasy story.
That guy really didn't get his head cut off. This guy in the locker room at WWE really didn't get the shit beat out of him because he shows up the next week. You ever gotten a black eye? Shit lasts for about a week and a half.
It lasts forever. These guys get their ass kicked, and the next day they're pretty as fuck. So
yeah, on the next show, going, I'm gonna kick your ass next week at a summer brawl, and you're gonna see me in the cage. First of all, if you're in a cage, there better be some shit going on. My brother used to set up the rings. They are basically trampolines, and there's a bunch of mics underneath. I've seen those. Yeah, The independent ones are different. We watched a ring get built from bottom to top one time at an independent show, and it's pretty soft. Lots of layers of carpeting and foam and stuff. But the WWE, the big time rings, they were very bouncy.
Based out of the middle with a frame, and
but you learn at some point that again, and I hate to point at these two shows, but to me they're glaring examples. Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones. You talk to people, they'll swear to God, oh, it's real. It's real. No, it's not. These are actors. Shit like this.
Yeah, no, none of that's real. Like, and that's what it comes down to.
Go to a Bellator fight. Lynch and I have gone to Bellator fights together.
Yeah.
My friend Blair fought in Bellator, and we'd meet him up. We'd meet up after. Oh, that's right. I remember that.
I love ring girls. They got boobies.
Me too.
We'd meet up with Blair after the fight, and he's got like the big egg on his head and the cut on here with the Ric Flair thing under his eye, and it's like, damn, dude. He's like, this is all a day at the office, and in 2 weeks I get back to training. You go to a bar after a WWE show, and these guys look fresh as a fucking daisy. But if you go to the after party of Game of Thrones when they clean off all the makeup, guess what? Same thing. Theater of the mind. Don't like something, don't watch. Don't like something, don't listen. Going back to Queen, and I'll leave it alone for a few minutes until I go into Ghost in about 10 minutes. Herm likes his music. I like my music. Lynch likes just about everything except, smooth jazz, John Tesh type stuff.
I like jazz. I like some.
There we go. See, I'm trying to.
He beats off to Yanni. Let's be honest.
I was going to say Kenny G because that's got that rhythm. Actually, he's a Herb Alpert.
Tijuana brass, baby.
Shit.
I don't want anybody to think I'm shitting on Cardi B because I'm not shitting on her.
I am.
Chuck Mangione.
Chuck Mangione, he's gold. Don't fuck with the Chuck.
No way.
That's
he's
right.
fucking beautiful.
I'm not shitting on her just to shit on her. I get it. There's an audience and a market for that. By all means, I don't listen to her, but when I know of that song's existence and it's popular and it makes a shit ton of money, that kind of irks me, especially in a day when Fat Bottom Girls is trying to be erased from history like it never happened. You can't erase
its gears.
Mm-hmm.
You can't erase history, and as much as you try, you can't ignore that slavery happened. As much as you try, you can't say that the KKK didn't exist. As much as you want to say that women were not treated equally at the turn of the 20th century, that's never going to change. But we fought, they fought, and they fought, and they got to the point where they pushed themselves forward and got the recognition they deserved in the equality. This just puts it so many fucking 6 ways to Sunday that it's not even funny. I don't care. I will still fall soundly to sleep tonight and get 5 to 6 hours of sleep, whether Cardi B blows up in a bus accident or exists for the rest of my life. I don't give a fuck. But my point is, how in the world can you say that's not offensive, but Fat Bottom Girls is?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how my coochie pink, my booty hole brown is high art, and Fat Bottom Girls, you make the rock and world go round is somehow next to Satan.
I mean, it's like trying to say I got friends in low places is disparaging.
To who? Friends in high places?
It's a bar song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Jesus Christ! You could draw any alliterative line through any rock song of the 70s and 80s, hard rock song. They're all about pussy and coke. Girls. About strip clubs.
That's America.
We're not canceling that.
Oh no.
Or that might be next though.
Strippers. Yeah, shut up, Lynch.
Sex workers, they have rights too.
Winger.
Don't cancel a song. Cancel Vince Neil.
Oh, yeah.
I'm having a hard time starting to tell the difference between him and the other dude.
The Abominable Snowman?
No, he was in the movie. He was
the
in
Heat Miser.
He was the second fucking He was in the what's his name? He was in the second fucking Iron Man movie. He was the bad guy.
Oh,
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
I'm having a hard time telling the difference between Mickey Rourke and Vince Neil nowadays. I think they're the same motherfucker with just a different wig.
There's a reason why you haven't seen Paul Stanley and Cher in the same room.
I'm just saying, never ever in the same room.
Your pocket turn back time.
I'm telling you.
Rock City.
Dude, it's the same fucking sexy little shoulder shake. I'm telling you.
And the hair. Come on, the hair.
Between the hair and the shoulder shake, I'm telling you, Cher is Gene Simmons and vice versa.
No, Paul Stanley.
Yeah,
Gene
him
Simmons.
too.
No wonder Gene Simmons gets along with them both.
You gotta admit, Cher looks pretty good for 120.
Yeah, well,
I know.
The plastic
surgery is a hell of a thing.
Oh, let's talk about Madonna for a second. Oh my God.
She looks like the Saw monster.
Yo, Gollum.
Yeah, she looks like she looks like she's mummified.
Yeah, like Pop Gollum is not my thing.
Wow, she looks bad.
Terrible.
Yeah. She
But
looks she looks like Janice from the Muppets.
Yes, from the Dr. Teeth and Electric Man.
Electric
Looks
lips.
like Janice from the Muppets.
Wow. All right. First things first, I'll get into my review real quick. Before I do, fuck anybody trying to cancel a song. Come on. You don't like it, move along. Don't listen. Because if you're going to call foul on something, these three people right here on this screen will call foul harder than you. We're smarter than you. We're more educated than you.
For the most part.
And we have more resolve than you. And we know what words actually mean.
I have paper to prove that.
That's right. Have you seen the meme that said, who would have thought Roseanne Barr would be hotter than Madonna? Yes, I shared that with some friends the other day.
Christ.
She looks good.
Shut up.
Roseanne Barr looks good.
She looks good.
She looks great. And I mean, she's another one that got canceled for making an off-color joke.
Well, that joke was definitely on color. It was
a color.
It was on the color black. I'm just
yes. I mean, if we're gonna
spade a spade.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem is that if you see it in context, you get that it's a joke. She wasn't just her being a fucking racist.
It's the same joke. It's the same argument, Lynch, that we've had with people for years. When you ask somebody, why is it okay if a certain word is offensive, that you and your buddies can use it over and over and over again, but when I say it, I'm a racist. And I'm using it in the same context. Why? It's called different fucking rules for different fucking people.
I like the Cat Williams
yeah.
routine where he talks about that whole Paula Deen thing. And he's like, I think I'd like to hear the context of how she used the word. Like, was she putting out dinner? It was dinner, and yo, you need to bring these niggas some chicken. Like, and she's like, and Cat's like, that. And yes, they do. Yes, she does. We want some chicken. Like, how did she use the word? Because, and it literally comes down to how you're using the word.
Context is king.
Yo, you need to bring these niggas. Yo, you need to bring them niggas some chicken right now. And if that's how she was doing it, he's like, we all good with that. We're fine. But you can't just pull the word out of thin air. You got to have some context. And context means everything. Because there are crowds of Black people that I could use that word with around, and nobody gives it a second thought because I'm never using it, and I'm saying it to a Black person like, yo. You're
doing two things. You're not using it as a pejorative.
No, it's used as it's literally being used as like a term of endearment. At that,
you're not throwing the hard R.
No, and it's literally like, and there's respect. Like I know when the time to be like, yo, nigga, we gotta do this.
Right,
but
on the slide.
I'm not gonna like scream it in the middle of an amphitheater. But I'm using it as a conversational between a contemporary that neither one of us give a shit about white or Black.
Right.
And it's literally the same thing. It's like, yo, dude. And it's in the same, you know what I mean? It's that.
I had a guy use that with me on Saturday at work, a customer. I'm helping him out. We're digging deep into what the root of his problem was. And I was like, I think it's this. And he goes, man, this nigga's smart. To me.
Right. Like, and like, at no point
it was a black guy. And I didn't really know what to say next. I'm like, thanks.
It's
Assalamu alaikum.
It's like, yo, this motherfucker knows his shit. It's being how it's being used. It's an expletive, and technically, but it's not being used that way. It's like it's being used as an inclusion. It's almost being used as inclusion.
Yeah, like I'm cool with him because I'm helping him.
Right.
I understand.
You knew that just by the way the word was used.
And the next time I see him, he'll probably come up. It's my nigga right here.
That's
Don't
right.
worry, Lynch. You're taking it back.
Yeah, Porsche monkey.
All right. So, but as I start this fantastic review, I'm kind of upset with you, Senor Lynch.
Why?
How is it? Did you ever listen to Amon Amarth?
Yeah.
Why did you not tell me how good they were?
I told you. I played a couple songs for you. You're like, oh, okay, I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me how
always play
good they were.
songs, and then they have some alternate shit on an album that's really awesome. And I always wonder, like, why the fuck didn't he tell me to play that?
Right? I'm at this show. I'm enjoying the scenery. They got these inflatable Vikings, 25, 30 feet high. The drum set is a Viking helmet, and the eyes would change each song. The music's tight. You know me, I'm not about the death metal growl, but he's kind of, you can understand what he's saying, which makes it pleasurable. It's not just, you can hear what he's singing or growling.
Right, he enunciates just enough to make it.
So that right there, the death metal growl is why I didn't kind of like push you that, because I know that kind of is off-putting to you. Now, yes, he is more enunciative. You can actually understand what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
But they're fantastic musically. They are fucking tight.
They were so good. And when they did Put Your Back Into the Oar, I can understand what they're saying. People around me are singing. I'm like, all right, I like this. And when it comes to the part, I remember, wait, somebody told me, it wasn't you, it was my friend Sean, said, listen to this song. This is the one you're really going to like. I can feel it. And he was right. And they get to the part in the middle of the song, row. And everybody in the crowd who knows the song is rowing to this Viking battleship song. And the imagery was great. At one point, there was a sword fight on the stage. They had this big demon-looking singer beat the shit out of him. Amon Amarth was great, but then Ghost came out and blew everything away. Best concert I've seen in a damn long time. Music was tight. Again, with a guy... What am I trying to put here? He wears a prosthetic mask as part of his gimmick, the singer.
Yeah.
But again, lyrics clear as a bell. Whoever did the sound for that show deserves a goddamn award, because when you go to a show and you don't know all the songs like I did, because I've only been into Ghost for about a year, and it didn't matter if I knew the song, I could hear him clearly sing each and every note. The show was fantastic. I can't get enough. I want to go again. I wish they were playing somewhere close. I won't go to Bridgeport. They were there 2 days ago. That's why I chose Mansfield. An amazing show. If you haven't got a chance to look up one of their live shows, just do it. Have a great time with it. Ask for a song. I know it's not Herm's cup of tea. It's like Bon Jovi and King Diamond had a baby.
Yeah, I am currently waiting for somebody fucking huge to come to Red Rocks.
Who?
I don't know. There isn't anybody huge that I consider huge. So, like Lady A was coming. It was like bigger names, but I'm waiting for somebody big to come to Red Rocks, and I'm gonna do that.
So I'm putting the word out to anybody who goes to a concert. If you know me, I fed my new addiction, which is canned koozies. Got my ghost koozie here. And I got a tall boy one upstairs with a different picture on it.
Tall boy.
I'm telling you, you don't have to love the band to check out one of the live songs. I love his stage banter. Tobias's stage banter was fantastic. Second encore, he comes out and he's making a speech. Hey, as you guys are leaving in a few minutes, remember, you might be bigger than somebody else. Somebody else is bigger than you. Just everybody be cool. We're all here together. We're all at the same party. So love each other, man. Be cool to each other. And if you don't have anybody to fuck with, go fuck yourself. And he's just funny. He was top notch.
Papa Emeritus.
Yes. He did the Pope outfit for Call Me Little Sunshine. The sparkly smoking jacket was broken out for Dance Macabre. They had a dead, quote unquote, saxophone player that came out during the long instrumental song. They actually used fake paddles and woke him up, and he came out and jammed the saxophone. Again, visually fantastic, musically fantastic. I loved it from beginning to end. I hear the rap on them. Oh, well, they're a satanic band. It's a gimmick, because a satanic band wouldn't have confetti at the end of the fucking show. Show me one time you saw Slayer have confetti.
Like Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah, Cannibal Corpse. I've seen them too. King Diamond never had confetti.
No.
Come on now.
Nope.
It's a gimmick.
Since you're an M on Earth fan now, you gotta look up some dwarf metal bands.
Dwarf metal?
It's a thing. Windrose is really good.
I gotta write this shit down. Hold on.
Fucking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs metal.
Hi-yo! Hi-yo!
I am happy. No, I'm not.
Okay, Windrose.
Okay. Brothers of Metal.
Brothers of Metal.
Little
I thought that would be a black band.
Ether Realm.
Ether.
A-E-T-H-E-R.
Ether Realm.
Yeah, so start with those guys and just do a little YouTube Google dive. You'll find some really good bands. Dwarf metal they're not all dwarfs on stage, but it's telling
a little teeny tiny metal instrument,
little tiny microphone. They tell stories as if they are dwarves. So like the working class dwarf.
Yeah, so it's dwarf appropriation.
Sounds like the Chipmunks.
Yeah, that Viking metal and dwarf metal is really good shit, man. There's some really good bands out there.
See, I wasn't aware of the term Viking metal until I was in the parking lot doing the tailgate bit. It was our friend Alicia and I. We went up to the show, and the folks across from us, the guy was like the hugest Ghost fan ever. Oh, it's like my 8th show, and yada yada. And here's my daughter; it's her first show, and he played a little Amon, and I'm like, I'm trying to get into them. He's like, oh, you don't like Viking metal? I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm Thor. I have a hammer. I don't understand. Next.
We raped the women. We pillaged the village.
We pillage and plunder. Next. Thank you. No, we'll call you.
All I'm saying, look,
we'll call you.
For a band who I didn't think was as big as they were, their stage, I'm going to go back to Amon Amarth. Stage was incredible. The visuals, the lighting, the sound. Again, whoever did the sound for this show should just be nominated for sainthood. Every show should be as clear as the one I saw in Mansfield Saturday night.
That's a challenge in that house, because that, depending on whether your sound guy is good or not, you could sound like total shit there because it's so echoey.
Not any of my type, says Darlene. But what do you think of Oliver Anthony North of Virginia? I think he didn't sell those guns to the Contras.
I don't think that's the same guy.
Oh, I know what she's talking about. Oliver. I thought she was talking about Oliver North. She's talking about the Richmond North of Richmond. Great fucking tune. And I love it.
That's a great song. He's playing Blue Ridge. That's cool. Good for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, that his video has like 1 trillion hits by now, I'm sure. And then it came out of nowhere. Everybody covered him.
Yeah. Goes back to our conversation about Queen and Cardi B. You don't have to like this song. Move along. He's talking about his experiences, much like Try That in a Small Town, much like somebody mentioned Friends in Low Places earlier. Let it Go. You don't like it? Don't listen. Don't buy it. Do I listen to Cardi B? Fuck no. Do I listen to Coochie Pink and Booty Hole Brown? Hell no. But I'm going to listen to Put Your Back into the Oran Row, motherfucker. No, you got, Darlene, it's not about the title. I just saw Oliver North and went immediately to the Iran-Contra hearings.
Yeah.
Yes, he was being a little facetious.
Well, you know, when you break your leg in the middle of it and you watch it every fucking day on TV.
Yeah, I know.
I was down in Louisiana and Texas for that summer.
He was on the fucking couch. That's where he was.
Yeah, he was leg up and pudding pops, you know, right next to me. Just go to town.
Would you like some of my pudding pop?
There's a guy who hasn't gotten canceled yet. I still see the Cosby Show on like MeTV and shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, I know they yanked him from Nickelodeon. Nick at Night,
yeah.
But, and all that shit. Once that whole thing came to be, isn't he out of prison now?
Yes,
He is.
Yeah.
they overturned the conviction based on something. I think we talked about it way early on.
Yeah. That was a I have a vague recollection of
That was an early episode.
that.
You know who's not getting out? Jared.
Mm-hmm.
Jared. Oh,
Jared from Subway.
yeah.
Began and ended his career the same way, trying to get into smaller pants.
That's
Yep.
right.
Boom.
His favorite is the tuna sub, and if you turn tuna sub backwards, that's what his cellmate's going to do to him later.
That's right.
It's a nut.
Busted up.
What's the nut?
On the
If
back
any
of
of you guys out there in comment land have something you particularly would like us to listen to, let's have some fun with it. I've got my dwarf metal playlist ready, kind of working thing.
on the back or in the crack. It's a coming.
That's right. You can put it in the comments, or you could go to, highly recommended, junctiondysfunctionshow@gmail.com. Send us email. Because
Fill my box.
I want to put together a Patreon. I want to do bonus shit, much like the one we did with Jonathan Beck just a couple weeks ago. Like to give you guys something extra, but that costs money. Gemini syndrome. I'm writing that down.
There's a salve for that.
I had that once.
I know. And you rub the salve on it, and it went.
Well, I forgot which twin. Forgot which twin was which, and then they figured out I was fucking them both.
It's a Bordeaux's butt paste.
Yes, Boudreaux's butt paste works
Boudreaux's
wonders.
butt paste is awesome. It's great shit. Actually.
Zim's crack cream.
Yeah, it works great for your feet.
And you don't
I
stink.
didn't know. The lead singer is albino, and he looks like Colonel Sanders. Well, that just helped.
That's a little conflicting.
Yeah.
Does he only play at night?
I mean, because the only way you know is the difference is because Colonel Sanders was white and has silver hair,
right?
So, like the only way you know it's different is the eyes, I guess.
All right, now shut up for a minute.
Okay.
Now, if you you're a person like me, you go to a show, you just start to get into a band, you don't know all the songs. The beauty of the internet now is you can go pick up the set list from the tour, the show that you went to, and all the songs you don't remember. You can just see the names, go back, figure them out, have a good time. It's a beautiful thing, the internet, when used correctly.
Agreed.
Because if not, you're just elbowing your buddy the entire show. Fuck's the name of this song? Fuck's the name of this song? Hey, what the fuck is the name of this song?
Stop looking for granny porn.
But yeah, also get out. If there's a band in town you like, go. None of us are getting any younger, unless you're Jordan, who was in the comments earlier. Probably had to go back to getting whooped by his wife. And if you see a show come to your town, go. Have a great time. Don't let your friends ruin it by going, oh, you like who was the dipshit band? And I say this because I don't like them. You should listen to this. Give it a shot. Yeah, I don't like it. The K-pop band that Jordan went and saw some months ago.
Blackpink.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
See Blackpink. Give it a shot. Yeah, I don't like it, but enjoy the show.
Shit.
Please have a good time.
What's it called?
Blackpink.
All one word.
It's horrible.
Oh, Korean pop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
They're coochie pink. They're booty hole black.
It's literally just a bunch of Koreans trying to be American to sound like American boy bands. It's horrible.
That other band, BTS. Is that it? That what the kids call them?
Yeah, they got a couple of songs that I like only because, like, at weddings they worked well, and they were kind of popular at the time. But like, not anything that's on my playlist.
It was funny as hell on this last season of Beavis and Butthead to see Beavis singing along to BTS and knowing the names of the band members. That was funny.
Oh, we got to bring back Gangnam Style.
Oh my God, Broken Condom Style.
That was his name, Psy.
Yeah. Talk about your one-hit wonder. Yeah.
This is Psy Spurley.
Oh, so all right. How about John Rich, the new song "I'm Offended"? I have to look that up, Darlene. Thank you. Wow, you guys are coming in hot tonight. I love this. We got a couple more minutes left. Herm, give the people something to listen to. Give them your suggestion of the week.
I listen to yacht rock, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I listen to yacht rock.
You failed this.
I'm on a different level here. We drink in the daytime. We don't have a lot of stress. It's definitely like my life is like living on a boat right now. It's pretty good. So I am a yacht rock fan. There's one good rock and roll station here, and I listen to that, and that's it. But some of the younger ladies say it's the dad rock station, so I told them to go fuck themselves. But whatever. But there it is. But yeah, we like yacht rock and day drinking and smoking meat around here. So I don't know.
Oh, my man used to listen to Criss Cross. Now he's listening to Christopher Cross.
Yo, Christopher Cross. For real.
I told my buddy Nathan, the lead singer of the band Shaman's Harvest, that they do a cover on every album. And I said, the next time you guys do a record, you have to stank up Ride Like the Wind. Give it a little rock and roll edge to it. Because that is a song lyrically that would fit with rock and roll.
Sailing.
No, not that one.
Way
oh my God.
Where I'm going.
You don't even know the fucking words.
Oh,
Asking Alexandria, I've listened to them. Sorry, Jen. Nope. I gave them a shot a couple of years ago, and that was their only shot. They don't get a second chance. Lynch, you got a suggestion for the people? It doesn't have dwarves in it?
No dwarf. No dwarves. I've been lacking on my musical exploration lately. It's just been the same couple things on the ride into work, back and forth. I listen to Sirius XM. It's usually the metal channel or the grunge channel, which I'm really starting to hate now because it's just they play the same 6 songs over and over and over again. Television wise, I'm watching Suits still. It's entertaining. I can't believe I missed it when it was on originally on USA. But yeah, there's some interesting facts about Christopher Cross. I remember reading about him the other day. What the hell was it? He's like, I guess he's an accomplished guitarist too.
Yes.
Yeah, Cross is a skilled guitarist. Donald Fagen and Walter Becker of Steely Dan played. He played on a Steely Dan album. No, declined to play, but he was in Deep Purple in 1970.
Who?
Christopher Cross.
You've got to be shitting me.
Cross also substituted for Richie Blackmore during a Deep Purple concert in 1970 when Blackmore fell ill.
That must have been something to see. You've got all these hippies on the stage with their long hair and their handlebar mustache, and here comes short, fat, round-faced Christopher Cross belting out these Blackmore riffs. Oh my shit! I'd have paid money to see that.
Big money. I would pay big money to just.
I'd sell my child to see that.
I don't know how I got into looking down that rabbit hole, but I guess he was on TV. I was like, oh, maybe really read about him a little bit, and I pulled up Wikipedia. I was like, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
No, because I'm serious.
I can totally see Michael Bolton in a metal band.
He started in Blackjack.
Jen Sizer said that, but I was commenting. Yeah, I can totally see that. Totally has the grit and the growl for that. Yep.
Trivia question. Who played with Michael Bolton in that band that went on to a bigger band of greater success?
A white dude.
He played in Kiss. I'll say that.
Oh, definitely a white dude.
Yeah, it was a white dude.
It was Kulick, wasn't it?
Bruce Kulick.
Yeah.
That's correct. Herm gets the point. Circle gets the square.
Circle gets the square.
All right. So if I got to give a recommendation, I'm going to give you a TV one and a musical one. Go to Netflix, find the series called Disjointed. Have a blast. If you ever thought you saw everything Kathy Bates was good at, you haven't seen this. It's amazing. Terry got me into it, and I now have to catch up and check out some of the other ones. It only lasted 2 seasons, but the 4 episodes I've seen are absolutely fucking hilarious. And if you want, go to the YouTubes and watch the music video for Amon Amarth, Put Your Back into the Oar. It's hilarious. It's great. I love it. It's just,
It's good.
It is. It's really
it's better than good. It's great.
I'll agree. It's great. It's the greatest video. I know videos.
Greatest video ever.
It's going to be huge.
Huge.
I know
With
words.
I
have like my hair.
Huge with a Y.
I have the best words.
I use
all the words. I know all the words.
All the best words. It's not.
Did you?
It's. I know and use all the best words.
Did you see Joe Biden last night in Hawaii?
Falling asleep at the conference?
Dude, no.
Yeah, that's sure
a
country.
I'm sure it wasn't elating. Let's be honest.
Something happened. It's like he's not connected to the planet at all.
He's talking to he's talking to this room full of people.
This was outside. This was outside on the island.
Is it? Are we talking about the same speech he gave, or when he fell asleep?
No. This is on the island in Hawaii yesterday. Last night at news time about 6:45. Breaking news that he was out there giving his speech about his support for the residents of Hawaii. Blah 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 blah. Dude, it's like somebody had their hands shoved up his ass and he was muppet.
Oh yeah, my favorite part of the whole thing was when he's giving his speech and he's giving his condolences to the people, and he says to them, I kind of know what you're going through. Years ago at my home in Delaware, well, not my home. It's like a home that's attached to my home. It's kind of on a lake. Yeah, it's a lake house. And lightning hit, and we had a kitchen fire, and it almost killed my wife. It almost took out my 67 Corvette. And these people have lost everything. Nobody wants to hear about the fucking kitchen fire you had and trying to compare it to losing everything. Shut the fuck up.
I could do that. I could do it. Lost everything.
Yes, you could.
I could do it. Lost everything. I lost everything but the fucking clothes in my back of my car, and that's
if Joe Biden came to your house like, Herm, I kind of know what you're going through.
No, you don't. Buddy.
Fire in my house.
Trust me, I know. I lost everything but my fucking clothes on my back.
I'm telling you. Oh, just makes me sick knowing that. Well, what they tell us. 81 million people voted for that scarecrow.
When is the first Republican debate?
Tomorrow, I think.
And Trump is not going to be there. He's already said.
No. No, I think it's a bad move. I understand what he's doing, but I think it's a bad move. The problem is his supporters are some
crazy motherfuckers.
His hardcore supporters are some. I don't do they're the people that what's left is what is literally I feel and is a more better use of the word deplorable. I think if you were to use that word now, I think that some of the Republican Party would, yes, some of them are. I don't think it's a good look for him for the Republican Party with him.
The problem
I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I don't see a fucking candidate yet that I like in anywhere. All right, but I see bits of candidates that I like. My problem is I don't see anybody that I really feel confident doing the fucking job.
I wish Senator Robert Kennedy of Louisiana would run.
Is that RFK Jr.?
I'm not gonna lie.
No. The old man talk like this down here.
Dude.
I love him.
He's really
I fucking love him.
and he's doing a really good job here with the state. But I'd love to see Jared Polis run on he is truly, what I've seen is a centrist and is a moderate. And I think he's a moderate that I think the moderate Republicans could get behind. He's down with the guns. He's down, correct. There's a background check. It takes 20 minutes and you're done, but it's done. Every purchase. Nobody's restricting shit here, but there's other things that there are social programs that are really working. So I'd really love to see him run, but it just won't happen. But I don't think that Trump.
I think that's what the country needs right now, is somebody that kind of the centrist, that it is a moderate.
The last person that came in like that was Gary Johnson, and he didn't stand a chance in a Trump and Hillary runoff,
No, unfortunate but true. And I mean,
no, the system is too divisive to allow that person that literally makes sense to be grasped.
Well, a problem I have with some of the Republican candidates, we haven't seen all of the Democratic ones come out of the woodwork yet. But what I see is, and it's in the last couple of years, with the exception of Donald Trump, who just came out and punched the shit out of everybody. I voted for Johnson too, Jen. They run sort of centrist. DeSantis is leaning centrist right now. And then they get in there and then they go
and they veer. Right. They veer hard.
George W. Bush ran almost a centrist campaign as a Republican, and then went the other way. Obama, same thing.
The de facto leader in the Republican Party, other than Trump, is going to be DeSantis. I mean, because as this thing with Trump gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and the snowball he started off with a little piece of coal, now it's a huge snowball, and for him to be leading in Iowa says a lot about Iowa, because that's where that Iowa caucus is huge, and it scares the shit out of me that he would be president again. And I'm not saying he was a good or bad president. It's just that I know Biden sucks, but why go back? Why go back to something just because we were used to it? You know what I mean? Let's give somebody else a shot. But that's the problem. We don't have that somebody right now. Neither party has that somebody right now.
No.
The only reason DeSantis is the de facto leader outside of Trump, is just because of his name, because of who he is.
Well, that and what he's done in Florida as the governor, and he's done a fantastic job.
Not if he has people of Florida.
He has, as far as some of the people in Florida are concerned. My problem with DeSantis is, do I really want the United States to be Florida?
No.
In the way it was,
you have to ask yourself that.
Okay, no, I have.
That's what I've asked. Do I really want the United States to be Florida?
Full disclosure, because I just finished his book. In the way he ran the state, yes. Do I want guys raping alligators like some of the stories we used to tell on the old show during You Know What's Fucked Up? No. Do I want some guy accidentally super gluing himself to his shed? No. Do I want Florida man? No. Do I want the man from Florida? Yes.
Yeah, I think because he has done a lot of good for Florida, but the problem being is that the residents in Florida don't appreciate it. I mean, the transplants in Florida hate him. They fucking hate him. My father-in-law can't stand him.
Right. Everybody that's grew up there is great with him, but anybody
my parents are transplants and they love DeSantis.
It depends on your tax bracket, I suppose. I mean,
perhaps.
It is what it is at this point. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I don't either.
Everybody scares me at this point. But the one that scares the shit out of me most is Trump. I don't want to see him in office again.
I guess my fear with him is him going back into office and doing shit just because he's back this time. And this is it.
This is his. I'm going to show you just how big my dick is.
Right, and
I don't want that. The country doesn't need that. We're already at the mercy of Russia right now and China, and we can't piss China off. We have to keep what shitty relationship we have to keep.
China. I say we send the fucking F-22s in. And
I agree. Trust me, I agree. But with what's going on in Ukraine right now, if shit starts with China, this economy is gonna. They fund our country. This country is gonna fucking collapse.
No, we won't. Because the problem with America is we're never proactive. We wait until the chips are fucking down, and when everything is at its worst, then the American spirit kicks in. That's the problem. Nobody gives a shit until something happens and it pisses them the fuck off. And
Look
now
at
all of a sudden it's a different fucking story.
Look at 9/11.
It's repeated itself over history. We're fine with whatever you do until it goes way fucking haywire bad. And then we kick in. And that's literally what's gonna happen. It's gotta have to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have to go that route for American ingenuity to kick itself in the ass again, and for us to not tolerate any bullshit.
The person we need to elect as president who will get the job done is Cardi B. And she can have Sexy Red as her vice president, because when Sexy Red gives her vice presidential speech, she'll remind you
her booty hole brown,
coochie pink, and her booty hole brown.
That's right.
And we don't take no shit from no N-words in Pound Town with the wet ass pussy. We can do this.
Pound Town, heard. Taking a Pound Town, heard.
That's the new presidential theme, Pound Town.
There it is.
We can have the pink house and the brown office. What is this now? China is because of Biden. Biden is bought and paid for. Well, Hunter did a lot of business dealings over there, although Joe said he didn't, and now it's coming out. So all these people, look, I'm all for fair. We just talked about Queen versus Cardi B. If Trump's getting indicted, start rolling out the indictments on Hunter and Joe.
I agree. It goes both ways. Just because he's a sitting president doesn't mean he's absolved of any sins.
Correct.
Sorry.
There's no force field around him just because he's the president of the fucking United States.
I smell dinner. It smells good. I don't know what she's making, but it smells good.
I don't smell it.
You smell this?
Oh, Jesus Christ. On that note, we'll come up with... We promised something fun. Hopefully this was a fun conversation for you, even though it wasn't what we planned. But Queen comes before Am I the Asshole or making lists or whatever the fuck we were going to do.
That's right.
But
there's another Reddit thread that you could peruse.
Fuck.
Give me 2 seconds and I'll tell you.
All right. Maybe we'll think about it. You run the show next week.
It is called
Your Mama Don't Dance?
Of course that's a thing.
Your mom's box.
Oh!
Do some research on Reddit. Of course that's a thing.
Okay.
There's some interesting shit in there.
I can see that.
Pull some good ones. You're running the show next week.
I'll throw you some stuff.
All right. Still, pull some stuff. You're running the show. We need surprises, bro. I don't share with you the Am I the Assholes.
No, but I'll just send you a smattering of samples. Way before.
A smattering.
That's a great name for a band.
Schmeckle.
Ladies and gentlemen,
a smattering
of assholes.
That's lovely.
And I'm your big asshole.
Really.
Sang that song in the 6th grade chorus. I'm not sure which song she's talking about.
Smattering of assholes?
Possibly. Or the coochie pink and the booty hole brown.
Tonight, the Lisbon Middle School on stage singing the Cardi B classic, right. Wet Ass Pussy, with a solo.
Is she going to use a skin flute in the middle? Stop it!
Bitch still eats hot dogs like this.
Oh my God. I'm going to go have me some flat tacos. You guys have a great night.
I'm going to go eat me some grub.
All right. We love you guys. See you next week.
Later.
Sleep soundly in your beds tonight. Judgment falls up on you.
What if her booty hole was green? I mean, would that make a difference?
Should be She-Hulk.
I feel for the sake of inclusion, we should have a geriatric version